Hey, welcome to our Wednesday prayer time. I am on a hike because I am on my pastor's prayer retreat. So I've been praying for you all and just on that rock right there, prayed through the cards for the third time today. But I wanted to come up to Black Balsam, that's where I am. Amazing day. Isn't that crazy? This is where we live, y'all. But we put my mom's ashes up here, and so what's really struck me is strange. It's 5 years ago, and then I've never been up here since we had our little time. When I realized that, I'm like, gosh, what's wrong with me? Sorry, Mom. But I do think about my mom a lot, and makes me sad sometimes, makes me laugh a lot of times. But I'm just hiking with all of our stuff, and I appreciate you guys' commitment to be a part of this prayer time. I think it's a very important part of our life together is to remember, and particularly to remember each other in God's presence. And so, Moses climbed the mountains, Jesus climbed the mountain, and I wanted to do that today, to go over and offer our prayer list. So there's a spot up here. And I know, particularly on a day like this, when I'm reading your confidential prayers, thank you for trusting me with them. But there's a lot of hard stuff that we've encountered, that we have to deal with, that we're afraid of. And so I'm asking God to be present with all of your things. And I think this is where I'll stop. This is where we can pray. And I've got our list in my pocket. Oh, I just now thought of it. And I don't think I could get internet coverage to get it on my phone, but it'd been great. I wish I'd have printed out Psalm 121, because I don't think I have that one memorized. That'd be a perfect psalm for us to read together, so maybe y'all can do that. But it's I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence comes my help, or from where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord. The Lord never sleeps, doesn't slumber or sleep, but is there for us. That's the gist of it, So we lift our eyes up to the hills, to God, who is our help. Our prayer list, Nancy Livingstone had successful surgery on her back yesterday. She's in Advent Hospital and will be there for a few days. So prayers for healing. We got a lot of folks with ongoing health issues, and I'm just going to share. We've been praying for a while. Some are new. Becky Wolf with her Achilles, and she's got a medical issue, and she's waiting test results. Jan Walls was in ICU with pneumonia. It was a really serious situation, and she's home and actually is in worship on Sunday, so that's a praise. Anita Strickhausen is recovering from a broken shoulder. We're praying for Steve Lipscomb, Jean's oldest brother. He suffered a stroke, and he's 75. recovering from a broken wrist. Christy Yazan's brother Scott, small stroke and heart attack. Sherry Malk, stomach cancer. Mike Barrett. Jim Connolly wants us to pray for his friend Steve, who's having a lot of pain with neuropathy and MS. Roger and Beverly Bard's grandson, Cody Bard, who's been deployed to a restricted area overseas. Zach Kuntz, the Bard's granddaughter's husband's, helping out with the local wildfires. Hopefully that's good, you know. Sandy Drew fell and broke her left leg and had surgery, so praying for recovery. Becky Haynes, Phyllis Bryan has surgery on April the 24th for a spine to implant a permanent spine stimulator. And I know she's excited that that's going to be done. James Tiger, Brenda Griswold, Jim Tom Richardson, Sheila Fowler, Adriane Gonzalez's sister Carla has medical needs. Lisa Chafin, who is Teresa Courtney's friend. Cliff Lehman, David Lombard, Dick Rogers. Praying for housing for Tasha. Sorry about that. Loneliness. Kim Shipman, Joe Webster, Joseph Caruso, Pat Thompson, Paul Starnes, Ashley Calhoun, Clifton Metcalf, Diane Garner, Rainey Calhoun, Derek Land, Patty Joe, Janet Mara, Roger Bard, Alan Livingstone, Mary Funderburk, Rebecca Beaver, Ken Vanderlaan, Mary Ellen Allen, Dorothy Braxton, Lynn Crossman, and Preston Tinsley. And we're praying for those who are receiving treatments. Reverend Robin Johnson with chemotherapy for prostate cancer, John Sears, Rob Blackburn, Tom Massey, Brenda Griswold, Nancy Ray, Ann Dismuke, Ted Neighbor, Christopher Holt, Reed Taylor, Sandy Brady, Stephen, Mike, Scott, May, Laura, Joe, Carly, Irene Noland, Pat Maroney, Barbara Malden's sister, Kyle Thomason, Chris Eulery, Chris and Jim Donahue, Susie Ward, Craig Iverson, John Valentine, and Katie's Aunt Joe. Thank you, God, for hearing our prayers. And now it's time to walk down the mountain. And you know that story where Jesus, it's the Transfiguration story. We talk about it every year, and Jesus goes up on top of the mountain, but he takes Peter, James, and John. Moses and Elijah show up there, you know, and they have this amazing experience. And I mean, they just want to stay, and I don't blame them. It's like there's a part of me that, like, wow, I would love to just stay up here. I mean, I tossed a hammock in my truck for today. The hammock doesn't work up here. But you know, Peter wanted, I mean, I don't blame him. Especially when you're having such a spiritual encounter with God. But Jesus is like, no, we got to go down. And they go down into the valley. Because that's where the people are. The people that need Jesus and the church. So we're going down. The world needs us. And I'm glad that we're the church together. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time. Hey, it's Easter Sunday, so happy Easter a few days early.